Greetings, members, one and all of the Salivation Nation. It is Sunday night, and we are a little bit early here, so we are going to answer a comment or two. Hope everybody is doing well. It takes about 2 minutes for them to propagate over at the Kidco site for the prices to show up, so bear with me here. We're going to answer just a few comments, and we'll get to it when we get to the greetings for you guys. P. Ryan Limerick says the following: the euro to dollar exchange in February was as low as 1 to 102. Wow, the dollar has fallen 11.76% against the euro. Silver price may seem up from the 3rd of February. Yes, indeed. I always watch those currency exchanges as well, too. That's very important for sure. Yes, and I think in a way Trump wants the dollar a little bit weaker, but I digress. Good to see you guys. Good folks with us tonight. Illegal Products is here. Michael K. RM1042, good to see you. Welcome. Glad you all are here with us tonight as we peruse into the markets. Matthew Crustlife, been a long time. Good to see you. Sabinator is here. Mario, a lot of good folks here. CCT, I think, is here as well. Check out his latest video. He got a gold purchase. Lulu Lucky's here. Let's see what Lulu Lucky says with this. With a 10 to 20 year hold window, I feel confident I'll be able to ride the ups and downs. Sal, have you made or could you make any videos about considerations for stackers with various hold time goals, like maybe 5 years, 10, 20, 40? Yeah, it's tough, once you get closer to retirement or liquidation, obviously price becomes a whole lot more important. Yes, indeed. And so something to look and consider and talk about. May do a video on that. So a good idea. Very good to see you guys. Welcome, welcome. Appreciate you all being here tonight. Let's do one more as the markets they're open now, but it takes 2 minutes. So we got about a minute left here. So we've got this from over here. I like poured silver bars. Very cool, Sal. It would break my little heart to know an Engelhard bar or Morgan silver dollar is going to be melted. Yes, indeed. A lot of that stuff, sadly, has been going to the way of the refiner, which doesn't necessarily mean it's going to be melted or scrapped, but it is a much greater possibility for sure that would take place. All right, let's see here. So let's see what we've got. Okay, the markets, have they opened up? Let's see here. The market is open, and it looks like they're open to the upside for 3 of the 5 metals here. Gold, silver, and platinum are up right now. Gold is up $6.70 right out of the starting gate. Just a slight 0.2% increase to $3,331. Silver is up 4 cents right now, a 0.11% increase at $33.21. Yes, indeed. It's the rule of threes, it looks like, for gold and silver. Can you imagine if we got $33.33 and $3,333? That would be something else. Duke Nukem is here. Good to see Silver Shelby, and good to see Goldfinger, Armistice Day. A lot of good folks here. Appreciate you guys being here. We've got Bellows Forge. Brian Marr is here with us. So there's where we are at. Gold to silver ratio is still above 100, just slightly, 100.5 right now. But it looks like with platinum up $2 as well too. Silver now just up 1 cent. So it'll be a very interesting evening as we keep track of what's happening here in the precious metal markets as they open up in Asia. Likely Hong Kong right now. I think the Shanghai market's open around 8, if I'm not mistaken. All right. Very good. Okay, let's see here. We've got, hey, it's me, 1301 on this video. AI warns about the silver supply crisis. It says here, I started stacking 2 years ago. 2 years ago, 1 bar here and there, probably about 20 bars, year in 1, year 2, about 61 ounce bars and about $15.50. But I have mixed feelings because I feel like I will never catch up to my personal goal. My first goal was 50 ounces, then 100 ounces, third 500 ounces, and finally 1,000 ounces. I only have 920 ounces or 35,000 to go. Well, I tell you, you're doing really good because, good grief, for just 2 years and you've got 920 ounces, I think that's absolutely amazing. So I think you're doing well. I just realized that this is an extra space in that video. No wonder why it didn't do as well. There's AI warrants. Let me see here if that's the case. Yes, indeed. There is an extra space in that. Dang. That may have affected views. I'm wondering what that is. I've corrected it now. All right, let's see here. Views have been down in the last couple of days here. It really is picky with the algorithm, and I thought I did some pretty good. The videos that I posted this morning and this afternoon, I think you guys might find pretty interesting. I hope you will check them out. Justin Sartain says this: I think AI is going to be the biggest increase in silver demand. Musk is starting the third iteration of his data center, the next AI, which will have its own dedicated power station and an enormous battery storage facility. Scott Bessent announced the gathering of financial and intellectuals to form a new monetary system, which will drive silver and gold demand, in my opinion. Future is bright for silver. Yes, I think so too. And AI will be developed in many cases, in many ways, in spite of any economic downturn. I think, in a sense, AI will be recession proof. And they'll think of it that's important because there's now a race going on. So I agree with that, Justin. Well said. Daniel Kepling, 3948, says, just recently started stacking from the beginning of March and already up 37 ounces of silver and just over a quarter ounce of gold, putting 200 to 400 of each check into it. Way to go. That is some serious stacking. You're doing great. That's for sure. Silver Supplement is here. Good to see you, and good to see Silver Drill Pickle. A lot of good folks with us tonight. Dean R is here. Michael K is here. All right. Slurping away some coffee as we watch these markets. We're going to answer one more, and then we're going to see what they're doing. We have Silver Sleuth. Silver Sleuth has some thoughts on this and says, scheduled budgeting has been my strategy since my initial back up the truck back in 1998. Once I was comfortable with my weight goals early, I didn't fret when my excess cash flow budget for PMs has required for other priorities or asset opportunities. Now that I'm retired and old, I will buy on a schedule once a month, but the higher prices still give me sticker shock. Yes, totally understandable. Well, you're at a point in your life, Silver Sleuth, that maybe, yeah, I understand, and that would be you may have enough, and you might have to be a little bit more careful because your time frame is not the same as those that are younger. Yes, indeed. Eagle Steve is here. Welcome. B. Taylor is here. Sorry if I don't get to say hello to all of you that are here. Appreciate you being here. We got a semi-decent crowd tonight, so decent-sized crowd. You all are amazing. Yes, indeed. All right. Gatito Oso, long time no see. Good to see you. Welcome, welcome. Appreciate you guys being here. We got Zardols. Where do I got to go to have a Salivate Metal round? APMEX. Well, they do, but they're a little bit more expensive at APMEX. If you go to the summitmetals.com, summitmetals.com has the round. If you go and search for Sal, it'll pop right up there. And there it is, and it's linked in all of my videos and in the description of this live stream as well, too. So there it is. If you're interested in that, they are available for purchase and in stock. And the people at Summit Metals let me know that they got them in stock, and they told me they were quite impressed with it. They had not seen them in person before. So, yes, indeed. All right. Very good. Tom Larson. Got a lot of you guys. Great. Good to see you here tonight. All right. Yes, indeed. All right. Ludo, can you ring some silver rounds, please? Yeah, I've got this pocket pinger here, and you won't be able to see it, but the link to it is in the description of this video. But stay tuned, stick with me, remind me in about a half an hour as we go through this stuff, and I will ring some silver coins here, different ones for you, and we'll check them out, okay? So just remind me. But if you want to get one of these, it's a great way to test your silver. And the link is in the description. It's an affiliate link, but check it out. All right, and let's see here. O's Alt Bridge Company says here, 410, don't lose unless I sell. To hoard is to violate the authority of God. All right, and let's see here. If you're not using your metal in trade for goods and services, your stack is lazy because it's not a working stack. You won't have a base in the new gold standard if you don't put that stack to work. You can't wait around until the dollar collapses to figure out where you can spend the real money. Well, O's Alt Bridge Company, I disagree with that. And because, it is working for you, it is working to protect your wealth. It is just sitting there and becoming and staying valuable, which is more than you can say for things that degrade and rot away. And that verse really is saying that it doesn't violate the authority of God, because God wants us to be prepared. It's about putting storage above God and being foolish about it. If you store away enough grain and all this and foodstuffs, that stuff can rot. It can go away. It goes bad after a time. And so I think that's really what that verse is talking about. And gold and silver, they don't degrade. They don't go away. And nothing wrong with saving things as long as you don't put them above the authority of God. Let's see here. All right. Let's see. And let's see. Very good. Let's get over here to this one. Paul Fav. I always buy silver consistently, adding to my stack, especially Silvertown rounds and bars. I recently started stacking the Cowboy rounds from Scottsdale Mint. They're nice rounds, and I hope to finish that tube next week. I don't have one of those. I've seen pictures of them, but they look really cool. Would love to get one of those. All right, look at this, folks. A little bit of a turnaround tonight. Silver is down 1 red cent tonight. Silver's down to $33.24. Gold is up $1 right now, just barely up to $3,322.30. A little bit of pressure in the opening market. Yes, indeed. In the 2-ounce rounds, the 39 millimeter capsules are the ones you can get, the double thick for the Queen's Beast. If you get those 39 millimeter, that will work for the Salivate Metal round. All right, the one and the only Spectacular is here. There he is, Speg. The one and the only. Good to see you, brother. Check him out. We have done our most recent episode of the Metals Experience over on his channel, so you can run to check him out and subscribe to his channel. And so there he is. Spectacular is with us tonight. Michael K. A lot of good folks here. Appreciate it. And apologize if I can't say hello to each one of you individually. Usually on Sunday nights, it's a little bit busier, a lot more going on, so appreciate it. By the way, I do want to remind you of the 2 videos I posted today. The one video you're not going to want to miss, because I break something. I get nasty in that video. You don't see that very often on this channel. Of course, it flew on the radar, so check that video out. Both videos kind of flew under the radar today, so I hope you will check those out after this live stream is over. No IQ chimes in and says this: back then, that wasn't a cheap price. You do put a lot of great content out there, Sal, and I do my best to try to keep up with, and I appreciate that, No IQ, and I can't tell you how much I appreciate my regular viewers. You are what keep this channel going day in and day out, so I really do appreciate that, and I know I put out a lot of content, and I appreciate those of you who take the time to watch, for sure. All right, you guys are great. Let's see here. And let's move on to the next comment. We have got this from SW. Before we get to that, we have our first super chat of the night. RM1042. You taught me so much, Sal. As a coin collector at heart, it goes hand in hand. Thank you for all you do in the wonderful community here. Thank you, RM1042. I appreciate that. It means so much to me. Thank you so much for that. Yes, indeed. All right. Now, SWRB9 CR says this: I have stacked 1/10 ounce gold coins ever since I came across Silver Heist videos. I'm a proud owner of 9 1/10 ounce gold eagles. Congratulations. I'm struggling a bit to get to 10th. I pay my bills first: food, gas for the car, etc. Well, you got your priorities right. You may have heard the saying, pay yourself first. Well, I say screw that. Pay your financial obligations off first. Let that be the first thing. You do not want your debt hanging and looming over you. Obviously, there are some things like car payment, your mortgage, that type of thing. But any really bad debt with high interest rates, get that stuff paid off. And then you can get into your stacking. Yes, indeed. Oh, yeah. Very good. Very good. Oh, spectacular. Second super chat of the night. Super chat train. Thank you, Speg. Oh, man, very kind of you indeed. $1.99 there. Thank you so much. And we've got Paul Simmons says, let the price rise to allow silver substitutes to be developed or used now if alternates exist. Demand use recycling or don't use silver in industry. Don't rob the people silver for profits. There you go. All right. Yes, indeed. All right. And the thing is some people feel that it's going to be just a matter of time before graphene takes over. But we'll see here. Oh, there's North Star Stacker with another one, getting a little bit of a little mini train happening now. Thank you so much. All right, and I appreciate that. Usually we don't do push-ups on Sunday because everything is kind of crazy. But if we do go long enough, I may catch up and get some of these push-ups for you guys. But thank you so much. Appreciate that. Platinum Gnome says, my lifelong goal is to own a monster box of Silver Eagles. You know what? I almost bought one during the big dip of March of 2020 when silver went down under $12 an ounce. But the premiums had skyrocketed so much they weren't much cheaper than they normally would, but I passed on it. Mark Razor, thank you. He's gifted a Salivate Metal membership, and Spectacular got that one. Thank you, Mark Razor. Very cool. Nice. Let's go. Yeah, I don't believe in karma unless it's in a song like Karma, Karma Chameleon, but that was very nice. It was pretty cool. A mini train for Uncle Sal. Thank you, Dove Season. Appreciate that. All right, and we've got Clan Julu. We'll do this, and we'll see what the markets are doing after this comment. It says this, good advice, Sal. It helps to use some online sites that search for the lowest prices on bullion. Tried twice to post a link here, but it must have offended our AI host. Yes, I tell you what, it's crazy. I don't get it. The scammers and the spammers, they can post stuff all day long, and I get other people who just their only thing, all they do is post a link to their own channel, and you know, or what have you, with nothing, no other comments, and you're posting one that's probably going to be a useful link, and it won't show up. And it's just crazy, just crazy. You don't get it. All right. All right, let's see here. And let's see here. We got Worm Wizard Castings, and we'll take a look at the markets after this comment. It says here, great advice, Sal. I love it when you and Silver Heist collaborate. Fight like you're the third monkey on the ramp of Noah's Ark. It's starting to rain. Exactly right. Thank you so much, Wizard Worm Castings. And check out Silver Heist channel. Already posted a complimentary video on this as well. Whoa, looky here from Silver Supplement. Boom, Shalaka. Keeping the train going with a massive car in the train of $19.99. Just because, thank you so much, Silver Supplement. I appreciate that, my friend. For those of you who don't, Silver Supplement has got Bay City Bullion. If I think that's the name, Bay City Bullion. Absolutely amazing silver products he creates, so check him out. Very kind of you indeed. Good to see you. THS is here. Appreciate it. We have 124 thumbs up and haven't even asked for one. And I mean, thank you so much, guys. Speaking of Silver Supplement, here he is. Always good advice to budget. Also, do not get discouraged if it's just a little bit in the budget. Like you said, a couple mercs are still adding to the pile. That's right, exactly. There's something satisfying about getting an old classic coin in great condition for not a whole lot over spot. That's right. Exactly. All right. We got the Filibus here. Welcome. Nickel Stacking is here. Lamboy. Can't you? Yeah. All right. Let's see here. Did I Sal? Is she still hot? Let's see here. Who's still hot? I must have missed something, but good to see you guys. All right. Let's take a look at the markets here tonight. Look at this. Silver has completely flatlined right now. Yes, indeed. And we've got silver trading at $33.25. Not up a penny, not down a penny. It's just sitting pretty right there. Gold is up $3.10 right now to $3,325.40. Platinum went flat, and palladium is down $1. $1. That's right. Down. All right. I cannot sing Karma Chameleon yet. I don't want to lose anything tonight. I don't want to lose you here tonight. Now I got that song in my head. I'm going to be singing that. Actually, I may pull out the guitar, not tonight, but we might get maybe the next live stream. Yeah, I need to pull the guitar out sometime, but we'll do it. But look at this. The metals indeed are here. Gold and palladium are the only ones moving right now, but we'll keep an eye on them. Oh, now look at that. Silver is now back up in the green. In the green now, and gold is up a little bit more, $4.40. Platinum now down $1. Palladium down 4. There it is. Okay. Very good. Down for the platinum group metals, save for rhodium, and gold and silver are up slightly. Okay, let's see here. Okay. And let's get over to this. We've got Edward Sawyer has a problem with online dealers. Is this: I buy a few coins a month, $10 shipping makes buying online strip. Yes, they have cost, but $10 for 2 ounces of silver? Sorry, it puts a premium way out of whack. Sal, I don't do social media. I couldn't do your last reply on X. All right, well, thank you, Edward Sawyer. Yes, it's really impractical to just buy 1 or 2 ounces from an online dealer. You do that at your local coin shop, I think. Otherwise, save up for the $2.99 free shipping. And that's really going to be the best way to do that. Silver Honda's here. I got to go duty. Calls again. I'm a 28-second man. Mr. Silver Honda needs a real man like Sal to make the difference. Keep your feet on the stars. Keep reaching for the ground. Thank you, Silver Honda. Oh, man, you were very, very kind indeed. Yeah, my G-string has not broken this time, believe it or not. Yes, indeed. And I did not use it to floss a certain part of my body either. Okay, so that's why it hasn't broken. American Prospector. If I was a first-time stacker, now is definitely a great time. Yes, it is a good time to stack silver indeed, for sure. We got Chuckles. Stacking keeps my discretionary spending discipline. This new shirt or Morgan to finish a tube. Yes, exactly. I tell you what, I think I live more frugally than most people, because most of my extra income does go to stacking, for sure. All right, very good. Glad to see you guys here. Donnie's Gold is here. Jesse Logan is here. Appreciate you guys joining me here. A good crowd with us tonight. And by the way, I posted 2 videos today. You're not going to want to miss the video I posted this afternoon. I think you'll find I get really nasty in the video. It's really crazy. Oh, yeah. You're not going to want to miss that one. So if you're here after this live stream is over, I hope you will check those out. Gordon Clay, the Soviet of Washington, is raising taxes everywhere. Silver and gold are its new targets. Taxes are at all-time highs. Don't move to Washington. All right, Washington State is what he's saying there. Yes, it's a shame. And people will move out. You'll see that happen. We've seen that happen in California, New York, en masse. A lot of people have moved away from those states, largely because of overregulation and overtaxation. Marvin Hathaway, I always just spend the same each time, and the ratio between gold and silver pieces is always changing due to the continually fluctuating prices. I'm not a new viewer, but I'll let you guess who I am. I've had big changes lately, retired and moved. Dropped my old user handle. Happy Sunday, Sal. Well, thank you, Marvin. I appreciate you being here. I can't begin to guess, but hopefully, if you're familiar with the channel, you knew that I do these live streams. And so maybe you'll come by and maybe you'll hear my response. And I couldn't begin to guess who you are. But thank you for popping in and let me know. Love to see older viewers pop back in. Mark Williams, great show of Silver today. Thanks, Sal, for the info every day. Well, thank you, Mark. I appreciate you taking the time to watch every day. It means a lot. Here's my video from this morning. This is probably one of the most important videos I'll do this year, really talking and defining what inflation actually is. Gold and silver are the cure. Inflation is the disease. I hope you will check that video out as well. So Jim Winklebauer makes you wonder what things would be like if we were still using gold and silver for money. Better or worse? Well, I think they would be better overall. More of a healthy economy and more of a consistent economy. Really, that's really the bottom line, consistency in the economy. But we can still ruin it with overregulation and overtaxation too. Oh, yeah, let's see here. 8-inch Destroyer is with us tonight. Good to see you. All right. Very good. And we've got crusty white bread and toast. Don't forget the toast. We don't I love toast. I'm a big fan of toast. I also like bread. I had a roll this afternoon and it was tasty. Right before I came on, actually, I broke the roll. I cut it. I put butter on it and I ate it. It did not have any crunch because it was a hot roll. It was nice and tasty. Carrie Taryn, stop the spending, stop the insanity. Stack on freedom stackers. Exactly right, Carrie. You sum it up. That's exactly right. That's what needs to happen. All right, Josh00, great video. Thanks again for your wisdom. God bless. Thank you, Josh. Appreciate that. All right. Let's see here. There's a link to Cybercurtain Twitcher's channel. Thank you, JM Unleashed. Appreciate that. And so thank you, Josh. Appreciate that you enjoyed this video. If you guys get a chance to check this video from this morning, gold and silver are the cure. Inflation is the disease. It kind of really helps. It's a good nuanced discussion, really defining what makes inflation what it is and why gold and silver are the cure to it. Red Sweezel, a grok is full of poopy. It gives different perspective every time. Well, it just depends on what it is. It may word things a little bit differently, but anyways, all right. And let's do one more, then we'll take a look at the markets. Tom, what you said proves silver should be $100 an ounce. This is the real inflation amount silver is being suppressed. Well, I don't know where you get that out of my video because nothing I said in this video says that unless you think that you're using the baseline of what it has been in the past. But those 2 times were anomalies. I think I talked about that. I did talk about that in this video about the time silver went to $50 an ounce. And adjusted for inflation, I think it'd be $200 and some odd an ounce. But even as such, but we'll see here. All right. Okay, Eli is here. Welcome. Good to see you. Let's take a look at the markets again. Okay, everything is now down. It's been a downturn in the market. It's time to get depressed, folks. Are you ready to have a party of depression? Gold and silver prices are down. This is depressing. All right. All right, let's see here. So there it is. Silver down 4 cents at $33.21. Gold down for the first time tonight. Down $2.90 at $3,319.20. Platinum down 1, palladium down 4. Everything is in the red, save for rhodium, which trades very infrequently during this hour. Master Blaster is here. Lessa Anderson is here. Good to see you guys. Appreciate you being here. Reboot is here. Good crowd tonight. I appreciate you guys as we watch these markets move. They are moving indeed. So there it is. All right. Down, but not out. They're just down. Okay. Let's see. Silver Rista says this here. Let me get over to this. Make this. What will happen to prices if Trump does return to a gold-backed dollar? I would love to hear your thoughts. Well, I don't think that's going to happen anytime soon. I don't think that's going to happen under his presidency. That would be a radical move if he was to do that this quickly. But I think that, in a sense, a gold-backed dollar would probably revalue the dollar. It's really what the dollar would be worth more than what gold would be worth. I really think that's really the bottom line here. Zardoz, man, he comes in by storm with a shotgun blast across the bow of 5 Salivate Metal memberships. Thank you, Zardoz. Boom, Shalaka. Very nice of you indeed. Their Manibelung is here. Good crowd. You guys are amazing. And so, yeah, so Silverista, I think that if we went to a gold-backed dollar, essentially the dollar would be what would be reformed and reset to match gold. I think the dollar would be worth a whole lot more than gold being worth a whole lot more at this point. I hope that makes sense. Dennis Niemeyer, great information shared here. Thank you, Sal. Well, thank you, sir. Appreciate it very, very much. There's 79 is with us. 79, welcome back. We've not seen you in a little bit. She was not very happy with my latest video. To find out why, check it out. I'm actually shocked and surprised that she was upset at that. But anyways, DW8015. Love those flowing hair coins you have there. Thank you so much. Yeah, it was part of the message. I always try to show some things, if I can, that are relevant to the discussion in the video itself. So that's why I showed those. Yes, indeed. All right, let's see here. right. Let's move on up to the next comment, shall we? We've got this from Prepared 5057 video from this morning. In case you missed it, just go back to the channel and you'll see him posted there. Posted 2 today. Says, does anybody remember Sal Rosenberg from the Jerky Boys? That's Saul Rosenberg. I couldn't help but think of the character hearing the name Sal, he said. Just a lighthearted comment. Yes. No, it's Saul Rosenberg. Oh, my glasses and my shoes. Can I bring my glasses with me? Oh, my goodness. It's Saul Rosenberg. Yes, indeed. Or Saul. Saul Rosenberg. Yes, indeed. That's right. But thank you. All right. And let's see here. We've got this. One of many, 1087. The only thing that's still going strong is a 1980 wage, 15 to 25 an hour. Anyone who started to work from 1973 can see this. In 1973, gold was $350 an ounce. At that time, my wage was $2.50 an hour. 1980, my wage was $23 an hour. Wow. Boy, you were earning really good money back then. $23 in 1980? That is something. Roy D. Mercer, how big a boy are you? Yes, indeed. Is Megadeth greater than Metallica? It's a good question. I don't know. I think in some ways they are. But yes, indeed. All right, let's see here. And we've got Jeff Benson says, Sal, I did the same as you. I immediately put all those stimulus checks into precious metals. Woohoo, there you go. Well done, well done. All right, keep on stacking. It's real money. That's right, DD Prepper. I agree with that. It is real money. And that's it. All right, very good. We don't see often people watch this video about my complete proof modern commemorative coin collection. The second video, I did my first one of these back in 2015, but this one here. So thank you to Will Collins for watching these. I love buying these U.S. gold commemorative coins. I can find them with super low premiums. If I ever need to sell them on my LCS, he pays 98% of spot for them. Plus, they're beautiful coins. Indeed, they are. Part of me was thinking about just continuing to buy the gold ones from here on out, but I decided, you know what, I'm just going to stop. I'm not going to buy them. If I find them on the secondary market for ones I don't have, I may get them if they're close to spot. But other than that, I don't think I am. All right. Let's see here. Bill 457 is here. In the 80s, a printing press operator was getting 25 hours. Wow, 25. You mean $25? It's pretty good. Let's see here. And let's see here. We got John Paul. As for recycling, here's my 2 cents. I constantly keep costing more and more to spend energy, be it for recycling or mining. As such, even to recycle the silver still costs more and more at some point. You got to keep in mind fuel costs. It's got to be beneficial to recycle silver. Economically viable, for sure. In order for it to be worth it. You're right about that. Okay, let's see here. 4 wheels from Rob. Impressive display. Seems to be paper contracts are the biggest problems. Where it may be impossible to meet on demand. Yes. Okay, paper contracts, I think, definitely are what kind of moves the price. People buying the ETFs and the like. Let's see here. Coffee Club. Here's something wild. Here, had a dream in which I envisioned Bitcoin at 47,732 before mid next year. Wouldn't that be crazy? Or am I a prophet? I don't know. One or the other. I'll just put it to you that way. Eyes of the Dragon. Hello to you. Good to see you. Yeah. All metals are down. That's right, Brad Wheeler. We've been watching these markets. We're going to look at them again. The metals are down. We reported that happened a little earlier. Now they're falling even more. Gold is down $6.90 now to $3,315.40. Will it fall below $3,300 tonight? It is possible. Silver is dropping as well. It's now down a dime, almost of a third of a percentage point of drop to $33.15. And so there it is. Platinum is down 1, palladium down 2. That's where we're at with the markets, for sure. Okay, Silver Sleuth, have a good evening, my friend. Hope it's not storming there too bad in Hawaii. Thank you, Silver State Stacker. Appreciate that, sir. Thank you for being here tonight. And let's see here. This is where we're at right now. Gold indeed down $6.90 here in the morning hours of in Hong Kong right now. Kurt Noor says this here. I remember when I got my stimulus check, went straight to the gun store. There was a huge line, and a guy at the front turned back, looked at all of us behind him and said, looks like everyone got their check. Everyone laughed. It was true. I wasn't stacking then. That would have been a nice little bump. Indeed, it would have, for sure. Yep, indeed. Let's see here. And where are we at? We've got this. Maria says, Zion train is coming our way. Warren Buffett, prepare for a massive crash. Get out before it's too late. Dump the dollar now. All right. Yeah, we'll see. Well, I don't know. People have been predicting for many, many years that everything's just going to fall apart any moment now. However, just be prepared for any eventuality that could happen. But you don't want to bank everything on it, for sure. It's always good to have a little cash on hand, just in case. Maria also says, I finally got my 2017 Canadian 999 finest perfect condition. Still have not got my silver. Shortage is increasing. All right, well, congratulations. What did you get? What was the coin? Now you got me curious. All right, good advice, Sal. Thank you so much, Media Man. Appreciate that. Yeah, it was a fun collaboration with Silver Heist. You guys are great. All right, let's see over here. We got Bill457 says, right now, everything is a big cluster with all these so-called tariffs. Away from the stimulus check, got a 1/4 ounce gold eagle, but that doesn't help the economy. Yeah, no, I hear you. Yes, indeed. Crazy. All right, thank you so much. Oh, look at this, a crab raid, a crustacean nation. This has got to be from International Stacker. Thank you for so much. Tell him I said hello. We love International Stacker. There he is. Look at that. You guys are awesome. A flood of folks popping in here. International Stacker has been famous for that. He's more active back again on the channel since he is since matrimony. That means he got married, for those of you in Rio Linda. Good to see you guys. All right, a lot of good folks with us tonight. Welcome from the crab raid, and I love crab meat. I do love crab legs. I just want to put that out there from the Crustacean Nation. Welcome to the Salivation Nation from those in the Crustacean Nation. You guys are awesome. Now I've got crabs. All right, very good. Never thought I'd say that and be a good thing, but this is wonderful. Yes, indeed. You guys are wonderful. Thanks for being here as we watch these markets and say hello. Some of the folks are also responding to some comments here from Costa Mano. Says, great explanation of how inflation happens. Thanks, Al. Thank you so much, my friend. And a rare compliment from Sign Up. You're what makes this channel great. Well, thank you. I appreciate that. But I tell you what, it would be just an echo chamber if I was just talking to myself in here. So I appreciate those of you who join and watch and participate. It means the hemisphere to me. Indeed it does. Not quite the world, but this whole half of the earth is what it means to me. You know what I'm saying? So I appreciate you guys. I'm talking about the top half. We do have some viewers from Australia, though. We love you guys. All right, let's see here. And Socrates Nagasti says here, and then we'll look at the markets after this comment. And says this here. I hate to say this, but the numbers coming in from the Silver Institute is crap. For anyone to believe those numbers, add the amounts that the military uses and is destroyed when it is used. Recycling is a joke. It costs too much to extract the silver from all industrial uses. And let's not forget all the items that are in the landfills. Yep, I hear you. But there has been a lot more recycling going on in recent years, more than they had thought, than they had anticipated. But very good. All right, let's see here. And let's see. Yes, that's right. Yep, I did threaten to block him. I almost did it, and but uh, but he but I told him I wasn't going to do it because I said he could post whatever he wants as long as he's not insulting. Of course, that could change. If he's going to troll, then I'm going to block him. I've got less and less patience for trolls, but I have a very open mind to different ideas. But if you're going to insult somebody, and especially if you watch a video and you don't pay attention to what I say in the video, well, and then you say something stupid, well, more than likely that's going to get your comment deleted, as was the case with you, sir. So you're on thin ice. So let's see how you do. Let's see how you do it. All right, RM1042, thank you with a $10 super chat. All the people who say gold and silver are worthless in an SHTF scenario are not exactly stacking bottled water and canned food. Why should I listen to them? That's right. That's actually a very good point, RM1042. It's always good to be well-rounded, and you're right about that. It's always good to be well-rounded and be well-prepared in every situation and scenario. Gold and silver will help you during an SHTF scenario, just not the very beginning of it. I did a whole series about it called Silver and SHTF. It's 3 videos long, recorded a long time ago, years ago, but I think it's still relevant today. It's its own playlist if you guys get a chance to check that out. But yes, but yep, so Kratis and Agnosti, I hear you on that, and I respect some of that viewpoint. I disagree with it slightly. Some of the recycling has picked up, but I know a lot of people don't believe in the Silver Institute numbers, for sure. All right. And let's see here. And Joey with a thumbs up on this video. Thank you so much from this morning. Appreciate that. And let's see what happens in the markets tonight. Says here, gold down $5.60 at $3,315.70. Silver down 9 cents to $33.19. So there it is. Gold down and silver down, but and palladium is also down $2. Platinum is flatlined again. And usually during Sunday nights, it's very rare that we see rhodium move, unless it's going to glitch. We did see a glitch several times. In fact, it did it again recently, to where rhodium was trading about $987 an ounce for over the long Easter weekend. It's crazy. Gina Young is here. Welcome, Gina Young. Good to see JM Unleashed. JM Unleashed has got a great channel. Check him out. Yes, indeed. Steve Lapointe deleted. Oh, no, it wasn't your comment, Steve. It was this other guy. I can't pronounce his name, but he's a foreign guy, somewhere in Europe or whatever. But it was not you, Steve. Eyes of the Dragon, thank you so much. With a $2 super chat, Maples or Eagles? That's a tough one. I think that if you're an American, I would go with Maples if the premiums are a little bit too high for the Silver Eagles. They're just as liquid or very close to liquid. Otherwise, I think it's a good idea to have Eagles in your stack, maybe even primarily. Very good. All right, very good. And official VA3DLO, watching this channel for a while. I'm a gold and silver buyer. Congratulations. Awesome. Yes, indeed. Welcome. Glad you're here. Appreciate it. And and thank you, JM Unleashed. Post a link to the video on Silver and SHTF. It's part of 3 parts in that video. Thank you, or that series. Thank you so much. All right. So there's where we're at right now. Gold and silver are down. Gold did start the evening up slightly, about the same amount. Now it is down. And so there it is. Silver down 6 cents tonight, and palladium down $2. Willie Spencer is here. Welcome. Appreciate you guys being here. And buyback, yes, and that's right. Very good, very good. Bill 457. That's an excellent point. You have to look at buyback too. And sometimes it is better on the Eagles, so that's a very important point. Thank you for that perspective. The buyback is a little bit better on the Eagles, but it does depend on how long you're keeping it and as well, for sure. Yes, indeed. All right, let's see here. Okay. Okay, well, Osami Prisimigik, if you'd be better off without this channel, why are you here? What's your deal? If you're just going to cause trouble, why even be here? Maybe it's because you're a troll. Maybe you just want to be a troll. But I haven't blocked you. Your viewpoints are welcome. But if you're just going to troll, and if you're going to come and say, wouldn't care if you blocked me, I'd be better off if I couldn't see this channel. Well, me blocking you doesn't prevent you from seeing the channel. It just prevents you from commenting on the channel. And if you're from the U.S., that's fine. If you're from the U.S., you're more than welcome to speak your mind. Just do it in a nature that is not. I mean, it's basic respect and common sense. That's all I'm asking for. If you're going to, you can disagree with me all you want, but if you're going to come here and insult me or my viewers, then that's where I draw the line. That's why you were so close to being blocked. So, are you going to be a grown up, or are you going to be a little baby, or what's the deal? What is your deal? It's not. I'm not going to lose any sleep over you. So you decide. You decide what you want to do here. Good to see you guys. Uriah Kaiser is here. Jamie Foxx is with us tonight. A lot of good folks here. Look at this. Gold now down $7.50. I think that's the most it's been down, or very close to it. It looks like it's been down a little bit more briefly, but let's get back here to this and see what we've got here. Ponzo, 1967. I ran into some hard times and sold 40% of my stack, and I broke my heart really. On the other hand, I'm so glad I had something of value to turn into quick cash, and gold spot price is up, so it could be worse. That's right, exactly. Very, very true, very true. All right. And Silver Heist, by the way, Silver Heist is here. He posted, we did a collaboration together, and on this video, do this once and watch your silver stack change forever. Silver Heist video is do this once and watch your gold stack change forever. So check out his perspective with gold. A great job. In fact, I think he does a better job on his videos than I do mine. So you want to subscribe to Silver Heist channel for sure. And we've got this from Green Hump Panner says, I need 2 more Silver Eagles to go to fill up my tube. Can't wait for May to get here so I can do my monthly purchase. Thank you, Sal, for another great video. Well, thank you so much. Appreciate that, my friend. Very kind of you indeed. All right. And thank you to James Unleashed for posting a link to Silver Heist channel. Appreciate that. What are the possibilities here? Welcome. Good to see you. Welcome to Faithful 33. A lot of good folks popping in tonight. I appreciate each and every one of you. And yes, silver is cheap now for sure. But it was cheaper just a few years ago, and it is cheaper right now than it was earlier in the night. It is now down 7 cents right now. And so there it is, to $33.13. Gold is down $8.10 now to $3,313.20. So there it is. All right. Okay. All right. Very good. Let's see here. Where are we at? A great video. Well, thank you. Yes, and you did 2 years. Was awesome, Silver Heist, for sure. Appreciate the collaboration on that. That was, by the way, that was all his idea. And very good. Very good. All right, let's see here. And let's get this. Okay, we've got Art Best says, keep on stacking. All right. Good advice. Good advice. Okay. Let's see. We've got Michael K. Live within your means, not like the government. That's exactly right. Government, that's where the corruption comes into place, right? That's where corruption comes into place, because government doesn't have to, they're not restrained, because they can just print more money, and they do it all the time. That's for sure. That's the problem. They print more money. And a lot of those dollars from quantitative easing are still, a lot of it is still overseas. I mean, if all those dollars were to flood back in from quantitative easings 1 through 3, we'd see a hyperinflationary scenario to the likes we'd never seen before. And the reason why I can say that with relative confidence is check out the M2 money supply chart and see how much money that they've pulled back from raising interest rates and the Federal Reserve and pulling some of that money back in. It's almost next to nothing compared to what they have printed over the years, for sure. Thank you so much, Philibus. You liked our collaboration. That's awesome. Very cool. Thank you. Stacker Factor is here. Welcome. Good to see you guys. All right. All right. And we've got John Bethia. Sal, Is the eagle on the modern dollar the same as the eagle has landed from the astronaut program? No, it is very different. I can see why you would think that. Um, that is a different eagle. I actually like the eagle on the astronaut program, which is also on the back of the Ike dollar. And it's also on the back of the Susan B. Anthony dollar. That's a much better reverse than the American Silver Eagle. I don't like that design. Welcome, Al My Balls. Good to see you. Welcome. Glad you're here. Laura is with us tonight. Gina Young is still here. You guys are awesome. Okay. And let's see here. BEC USA, rock on. Thank you. Thank you so much, my friend. And okay. We got Silver Shelby Stacker. Good morning, Salivation Nation. Hope everybody had a great weekend. Yes, indeed. I hope you all did. We've got Silver Shelby also sending us some greetings here, as he does, and I appreciate that, supporting the thumbs up. Thank you very much. All right, let's get into this comment here. Let me get over here to where I can read all of that. Let me see. Got to be productive with this here. Okay, we've got this. Sal, no one should feel bad during this past global pandemic getting those stimulus checks that kept businesses from closing and people feed and cash flow flowing during the troubling times. Yes, we are paying for it today, but I believe if they didn't, this country would have failed even worse, regardless of who was in office. No, I get that. I certainly understand. It was a tough predicament. We really didn't know exactly how bad it would be. Many mistakes were made, obviously, and so given the circumstance at the time, I certainly feel that, and I supported it at the time because Trump didn't call for the shutdowns as most of the states, but he didn't stop it. Although I think we did know relatively early enough on that we should have opened up much sooner. But hindsight's 2020. The country is strong because of its people, and the country needs to invest in its greatest asset, and that is its people, as they did in the mid-30s, building highways, dams. Well, what isn't worthless is that the fiat dollar has built the strongest military, roads, etc. The standards. The country brings in $5 trillion annually, and as long as the people believe in their government and constitution, the people will continue to pay taxes. I see future difficulties that we will all survive regardless of what is happening today. Yes, we have major problems today, but as Americans, we will survive one way or another. The biggest problem I see is that we all need to stand together and not be divided. Well, thank you. I tell you what, Salify, you have posted a comment disagreeing with me in the most polite way possible, and I appreciate that. I love to get alternate points of view. I want people to feel free to speak their mind and be respectful about it. And yours is a great comment. Here's where I disagree with you. He says the country's strong because of its people, and the country needs to invest in the greatest asset, and that's its people. And like what happened during the New Deal during Roosevelt's period, that was a huge mistake. The New Deal was. And so our big government programs are always bad because that puts the government in charge. You're giving the government the authority to, quote, help the needs of the people. I believe in people helping people. And I think this is the greatest country on earth. And I think, honestly, it's not even so much that it's people. It's about unleashing the free market and the free enterprise system and allowing people to flourish because of their of being able to participate in that free market. And so therefore, organizations, charitable organizations, churches and like have been so much more effective than any government program out there. So yes, I hear what you're saying and I respect your point of view in that regard. And on the surface, it makes sense. But remember, that $5 trillion that we're taking in annually compared to the $7 trillion in last fiscal year, that tells you something. $2 trillion in deficit spending above and beyond because they can just print money. See, the government gets so big that it can just cause major problems with taxing the people. It eats itself, and that's exactly what happens when a government gets too big. So I understand, and there's a balance there, but I do think that in a sense that we are. But I appreciate what you're saying here. but I just disagree with it just on the fundamental level. And I believe the taxation is way too high, all things considered. And I think government is way too big. But thank you. And I appreciate your thoughts on that. And thank you for sharing them respectfully. All right. Richard Metcalf, I'm looking forward to see which way precious metals go on Sunday's opening. I hope to be there when the markets open. Your Sunday market watch should be very interesting later today. And indeed, we are live. It is happening now. And right now, they are down. The markets are down right now. Yes, indeed. And so there it is. So there's silver is down now 6 cents, $33.14. Gold down $6.80. Not a huge drop for either metal, but they are continuing slightly down here after the correction we already had on Friday. And so a little bit more profit taking, I guess, is happening here with the markets. So yes, indeed, there it is. Palladium is down as well. Okay, let's see what we've got here and move to this one. Metals are more important than cash. Yes, although I will say this, and again, there's nuance in everything. You know, cash is obviously very, very, very important. Number one, we use it to buy our metals. We use it when we sell our metals. So there is that. And also Americans have faith in it, and the world has faith in it to the tune of 58%, maybe a little bit less now, but about 58% of all international assets are in cash, dollars. That's right. Let's see here. Very good. There it is. All right, let's see here. Okay, Daniel says here, stay away from collectibles and spend your money on metals. I wish someone told me this 30 years ago. Yes, no, I hear you, Daniel Sevens. It's ironic because I did post a video after this about collectibles. 2 things that all stackers should know about coin collecting. And I tell you what, almost every single stacker I know has been bitten by the collector bug in some form or another. It's almost impossible to stay away from it. And that's not necessarily a bad thing, but it can be a mistake if you make the wrong choices whenever you're buying. By the way, is a person still here that wanted to hear the sounds of silver with my pocket pinger? If they are, let me know. I don't want to do it if they're not still here. Hopefully they're sticking out with me here as we peruse the way through. All right, we've got as Scoop says here, blaming individual stimulus checks for inflation and not the corporations and individuals hoarding wealth on an unprecedented scale is an insane take. Well, I appreciate your thoughts on that. I disagree with them wholeheartedly. Corporations and individuals hoarding wealth are not what causes inflation. They're not. It is government spending that causes inflation. And then of course the Federal Reserve having to bail out the federal government because they printed too much and they're spending more than they're taking in. The government's not living within its means, and so that is the problem. I don't care how rich individuals are and how much money they hoard, or corporations, how big the corporations are. Corporations, the only reason why corporations are a problem is because they get in bed with the government. That's crony capitalism, and essentially socialism, and in a sense a corporate oligarchy is in play. But that's it. But so it's not an insane take. I mean, my take is that when a government is a problem here. Whoa! Look at this, Psyche with a $49.99 super chat. Whoa! Buy yourself an ounce of silver on me. I don't necessarily agree with everything you say, but I'm with you on many and appreciate the work you do and share your experiences with us. Well, thank you, Psyche. That is so very kind of you indeed. I appreciate it. And thank you for being here, even if you don't agree with me on every issue. And that's just it. I really, really do appreciate every single person who has a different point of view. I really, really do. I think but some people, they just get so worked up, and all they have to do is just say, "Well, you're stupid," and you know nothing about this, and and stick with metals and not politics or whatever or what have you. And so, but there's a lot of good people who do appreciate the discussion, and I like to be challenged. And this person here challenged me on it. He says it's an insane take. I just disagree with it. And he wasn't necessarily friendly, but he wasn't insulting me either. And so I appreciate that. And so I welcome these comments because it challenges. We don't want to be an echo chamber, as somebody had said here earlier. A guy who was, whatever. Obviously this comment, I would never delete this guy's comment. And there's plenty of liberal Democrats, leftist progressives that watch this channel. I would never delete their comments. I always encourage people. It's a good discussion. It challenges our point of view, or it emboldens it. So, Psyche, thank you so much. That warms my heart. I appreciate you just for you being here, and what you said. I think is even more important what you said than the donation. But I really do appreciate that very much. Master Blaster with a 5 spot says politicians and diapers have one thing in common: they should both be changed regularly for the same reason. Yes, I think I'm more and more for term limits. I used to be against term limits, but I think I'm more for them now, because there's a lot of corruption in both parties, that's for sure. All right, very good. Okay, let's get over here and see what the markets are doing now. They are still down. Gold is down $8.20 now to $33.13 and 10 cents. Silver is down 7 cents to $33.13. So it's the rule of 3s and 1s, it looks like, for the precious metals markets for gold and silver. Yes, indeed. All right. Stacker Factor. I'm one of those blue hair libs who drive a Tesla and hate myself for it. All right. There you go. All right. Thank you. We love Stacker Factor. He's here. You guys are awesome. But thank you again. You guys are amazing. Yes, International Stacker's got a great channel. Thank you to JM Unleashed for posting that. I meant to tell you guys to subscribe to his channel. He's awesome. Go show him some love. Very good. And Rocky Superstar is here. By the way, Rocky Superstar is the man. He live streams usually every Sunday after I do. It's very rare that he doesn't. I mean, if he gets a kidney stone, he's probably not going to do it. But hopefully he will have no more of those in his life ever. Rocky Superstar, thank you so much. Appreciate that, my friend. He just gifted 10 Salivate Metal memberships across the bow. Very kind of you indeed. You guys are all amazing. So let's take a look at some more comments here, and then we will keep an eye on these markets. But so far, they're just marginally down tonight, but it's a good time if you want to buy. This might be a good time, especially if you're new to Summit Metals. The summer starter pack is here. You get 5 ounces at spot when you enter the code new customer at checkout. You get the promotional 5 ounces at stock there. Yes, indeed. So there it is. And by the way, that's the price reflected before the code is entered there. Just an FYI there. Very good. All right, yep, no kidney stones. We do not want kidney or gallstones or any stones inside of your body whatsoever. Keep the stones a stone's throw away from our bodies. Yes, indeed. All right, very good. You guys are awesome. Welcome. Homestead Aquarius, the good Lord believes in term limits for all of us. Congress doesn't agree. That's right, exactly. Good crowd tonight. Let's see here. We've got F37 Metal chiming in on the video this morning about the cure and the disease. Inflation is the disease. Gold and silver are the cure. My stymied checks went towards household furniture and my daughter's Transformers collection inheritance, and they're still growing in value. That's awesome. Some of those old collectibles do very, very well, for sure. And thank you, James Unleashed. So kind of you to post these links. Thank you for posting a link to Summit Metals. Laura is here with us tonight. Good to see Laura. And Troy Croft says this here, the following: the problem with using it, I work with AI every day, says Troy Croft. Okay, well, okay, very good. Let's see here. The problem with using it for insights into commodities is the extreme level of asymmetric information held by large institutions. Grok is a very good tool, even setting aside its bias. I disagree with your premise, but still, Grok is operating off a miserably inaccurate data set. Its analysis might be right, but the underlying data is wrong. Interesting. Okay. Well, I appreciate your experience because you work with it, and I know everything has biased. Now, there was a study that shows that Grok is the least biased of the big three, but I don't know. But we know ChatGPT is definitely biased towards the left. But anyways, Rolling Stones. Yes, Rolling Stones are fine. Yes, indeed. Yes, indeed. All right. Okay, Silver State Stacker. The Salivate Metal round is available in the link in the description of this very live stream over at Summit Metals. You can click the link there, or if you go to summitmetals.com and type in Sal, it'll pop right up for you there. So there it is. Yes, indeed. It's right there. And so check that out. And okay, very good. Let's see here. Let's get back over here and answer a few more. Joe Cavey with a thumbs up. Thank you for that. I appreciate that. We'll answer a few more, then we'll look at the markets again. Why? Just because. I think it'll be fun to look at the markets, even though we just saw them minutes ago, maybe even seconds ago. We're going to do it again. Why? Because it's fun. That's right. All right, first name in electronics. What if silver was replaced with graphene? Would the silver price go down? Yes, it would. There's no chance of that happening anytime really that soon. There was an article in a piece talking about some major advancements that could mean that it might get there quicker than some had theorized, but it would have a dramatic impact. All right. Let's see here. Coins from Amazon, 1880 Morgan. All right. Be careful, Mark B. Ordering from Amazon, those Morgans. And, oh, thank you. And James Unleashed. Wow, he posted a link right to it there. Thank you to the Salivate Metal round. Thank you so much. Shotgun Susie is here. Let's see here. And Satisfy says on this as well, and I do appreciate any feedback and points of view. It says, folks, are you aware that what goes up sooner or later goes down? When the BRICS countries get enough gold, it will start to stabilize and then settle down, and this trend continues, or will it not? Historic charts may be our only way to go to on the subject. Plus, will our government get greedy as it did in the early 30s and with gold buybacks? So many times I have gone back and looked at past issues. These YouTubers and their hype on precious metals, silver and gold, seem to change with time. One day this, one day that. I'm sorry, but there has been way too much BS in this community, overstacking and collecting. Also seeing those getting pissed off when we need to sell. And some, which means have expense that they will take them down faster than average Joe. Plus, who can we trust when you folks have sponsors? And who can we trust your opinions as well? Well, good question. I try to keep it pretty even keeled here on this channel. And I do have sponsors. I'm sponsored by a bullion dealer. But as part of the contract with that bullion dealer, I am not to hype. I'm not to act any different than I am now. They chose me precisely because I like to keep it real with gold and silver. So anytime I talk about the price going way high or way low even, it's based on what other people say, and I try to bring analysis to bring it back in line into the realm of reality and try to be as grounded as I can. So just keep that in mind. But thank you for your thoughts. I appreciate it. And you're right. We just have to be very, very careful. All right, let's see here. All right, we've got this from O's Alt Bridge Company. Sal, it's very important that you do whatever you can to convince the precious metals community and the president to melt everything down in Fort Knox and put that money into circulation, put the gold to work. I guess I realize not everybody can get an ounce of gold, but they can break it up in some usable sizes. Yes, that'd be very expensive to do. And I think it's a good idea that the central bank has an amount of gold to protect the solvency of the entire government. But we should encourage people to own gold as well too. Now, obviously, some of that gold was very close to being confiscated, but but nonetheless, there is a measure of that. Maybe, but there's plenty of gold for people to get right now if you're an American. You can empower yourself for sure. All right, Mazda Fiero, excellent show once again. Bought some old sound money. Nice. There you go. I like constitutional currency. Very good. That's indeed. That's right. Yep. I am not forbidden from doing scammer calls. I made sure that was part of the contract too. Yes, and you gotta. I just need to do it, and I'm also not forbidden to collaborate with Silver Heist. All right. Let's see here. We've got this with the markets now still down, and gold is now down only $3.40 now to $3,317.90. Silver is down 9 cents right now, $33.11. Palladium is down $6. And platinum is flat right now. But you can see that platinum has been trading above palladium here for a while now. And that is the one prediction about platinum that I was right on. The other prediction that it would break out and go above gold again, or start to come back and threaten gold in terms of that, has not happened yet. Yes, indeed. We may not see that. We may have to deal with this new normal with gold versus platinum, especially when the platinum to gold ratio is sitting at 3.41. You know, it's amazing because it wasn't that long ago that palladium was $3,000 an ounce, and it was almost the exact opposite of what's going on now with gold. But now the platinum to gold ratio is 3.59. Go figure. It's crazy. All right. What do I think causes government spending? What causes government spending is usually it's legislation passed by Congress, and we vote the Congress people in, and that's Republicans and Democrats. I mean, I don't think George W. Bush, I don't think vetoed a single spending bill. So it's a bipartisan problem. So the Congress is the beginning of spending legislation, but there's been a lot of money spent by government that has been extra, well, obviously extra constitution, but also above and beyond what Congress had appropriated. We see this with Doge. Doge has been uncovering a whole heck of a lot of this stuff. Thank God for Elon Musk. The problem is I don't think he's going to be able to make his target of $2 trillion because it keeps getting scaled back. First he said $2 trillion. Then he said $1 trillion by 2026, maybe, or maybe by the end of the first term. I mean, all things considered, we spent $1 trillion in the last 100 days of the previous administration. So it's crazy. So it's nuts. The government way too big, but it is the Congress that creates the spending authority, and the politicians, of course, we elect so it's really, in a sense, it's the American people's fault for voting these people in, right? So I don't know. It's a tough issue. There's a lot of blame to go around, but we need to get back. We need to get back to fiscal sanity in this country, and we can start by ourselves being fiscally responsible. I think that is really the thing that we can do the best. But this is one of the reasons. I mean, taxes are so high, it's crazy. And but anyway, it's very good. And let's see here. Okay. Where are we at? Verde Valley says, how exactly is silver a protection against inflation? Well, a 100-year chart will show you that. You look at the 100-year chart and draw a line through it. I did a very short little video about that. It's called a short. Those videos don't get very many views. I gave up on doing them, but basically I took a tungsten rod and drew it over the where the silver chart is, and you can see that it's slightly above inflation over the past 125 years. Of course, you can pick any two dates. You can come any two dates in history, and you can make silver look really good or make silver look really, really bad. Really, really bad. All right. Forget about it, says Michael. There you go. Forget about it. I love it. Forget about it. Yes, indeed. Yeah, I mean, Shotgun Susie, I would say that Musk has lost money since he started working in the government. You know, there's not been any instance of fraud that he's been accused of fraud by the people, the very, very people he's exposing. That's what's happening, Shotgun Susie. Musk is being accused of fraud from the very people who are being exposed for fraudulent activity. I think that's what's happening here. It's not that Musk has used the law and to be able to get these contracts and the like, and has had them and has been the darling of the left for all these years. It's only when he started when he endorsed Trump that they came after him. That's it. Everybody loved him before, and now that he's going down, that he's working for the other side, all of a sudden now he's evil and now he's a Nazi. It's crazy. What are your thoughts on Trump's coming increase of the military budget then? I've heard various reports of them wanting to increase it to $1 trillion annually. I disagree with that. I heard about that. And the thing is Doge is working in the Defense Department too, so it doesn't make any sense that they would increase the budget. Honestly, I think it's insane. I also think it's insane that the Republican Congress wants to increase spending. I don't get it. There's got to be some strategy behind it, but this is what they do. They it's out of both sides of their mouth, and that's a problem. It really is a problem. The only logic I can see it is to prevent future debt increase fights, and so they don't have to ask for a debt increase for a while, and then go work with this money and still continue to streamline and really gut a lot of these government programs, and so they can stretch out those dollars longer. That's the only strategery, as George W. Bush would say, that they would do that. But that's it. Anyways, let's see here. Where are we at here? Let's see. A lot of good folks. Appreciate you guys being here with us tonight. And thank you, Mario. You're a class act. I enjoy watching our videos and soaking up and on. Well, thank you so much, my friend. Thank you, Mario. Appreciate it. Culture of Currency is here. Long time no see. Good to see you, Culture of Currency. That's right. Yeah, Katy Perry is a certified astronaut. Yes, indeed. It sure is. All right. Silver Sleuth says, Inflation Nation needs silver and gold salvation. Exactly right. Well said. Thank you, Silver Sleuth. And Farmer Mai, demand finna go up for real. That's right. Demand finna go up for real. I'm not sure. That's a level of ebonics and I'm not familiar. 4 Wheels from Rob. A great perspective and a history lesson. Thank you so much, 4 Wheels from Rob. Hope you all will check this video out. If you get a chance, check out this video. Gold and silver are the cure. Inflation is a disease. Yes, indeed. All right. Let's see here. Very good. And let's see here. No IQ says silver may go up and may come down. And I only did my shorts once this month. I thought I was going to do something else, but never mind that. Take care. Thank you so much. All right, this is could be the wildest month for silver and gold. We'll see, especially with some of these contracts coming due. We'll find out. Let's do one more, then we'll check out the markets again here on this video about AI. Says Zethus, hello, sir. I know the USA, you don't have VAT for anything, unlike Europe, specifically European Union. Therefore, we have the VAT on silver, while gold is exempt of VAT because of the banks hold it. I think the VAT will be removed for silver as well once the banks will start to purchase silver massively. While I own many ounces of silver, I'm thinking to purchase from USA from now on to avoid the nasty VAT. I understand that I don't understand why they put that in there. It's insane. I agree with you, and I hope you can get as much silver as you can without having to pay that debt, that VAT. All right. Would you rather have 10,000 in gold or 10,000 in debt, or 0 debt and 0 gold? Oh, for sure, 10,000 in gold. That's an easy one. And thank you to JM Unleashed for posting a link to the Silver is the Cure and Inflation is the Disease video. I'm going to pin that. Thank you so much, my friend. Very kind of you indeed. And check that out after this live stream is over, and after you check out Rocky Superstars live, because he's going to go live after this. He always has some really good, interesting discussion. So check out Rocky Superstars live stream after this. And let's see here. Let's get over here to, let's take a look at the market, shall we? All right, we are working with right now a continual drop in precious metal prices. Gold is down $11.70 to $3,308.60. Silver is now down 14 cents to $33.06. Whoa, it's getting a little bit scary, folks. Remember, I have been celebrating plus $33 silver, thinking that very well could be the beginning of. I wasn't declaring it yet, but the longer we see it say above $33, the better off we're going to be. But in the bid price, it's below $33 right now in the bid price. So hopefully we can hang on to $33 silver. Of course, I don't know where the real resistance and support is, if it's in the bid price or in the ask price. So right now, silver is in trouble, folks. It is in trouble. And by the way, look at that spread between those. It used to be, it is about, what would you say? between the bid and the spot and the ask price. That's crazy. It's more than 12. What is that? 12 cents? I'm having a brain fart here. Let me see here. It's 15 cents between. Used to be a dime's worth of difference between them. Now it's 15 cents. Insane in the membrane. And shockingly, we have this bit of analysis. This just came across the wires, even though I don't know that 79 wears a wire. She better not wear a wire. She better just have a thong on. All right, but she says, I think silver is going to go down. That's what she said. She literally said it. I kid you not. It's right there. It's forever emblazoned upon this chat. There it is. She thinks it's going down. Now, technically, 79 is a technical analysis. You want me to be really technical about it? She's a technical analyst. Analyst. All right. Hopefully she doesn't have any cyst. I hope not. Value price. I don't worry about the strength or weakness of the currency. Silver and gold. Gold are silver and gold. They don't change. Exactly right. That's the long perspective we need to have. Right, Rocky Superstar, thank you so much for being here tonight. He's going to be posting, going live here for sure. And later on in the evening here, I think at 8 o'clock p.m. Eastern Time. So very, very good. All right. So there's where the metals complex are right now. We're going to revisit those, but let's get back into some more comments as we peruse our way up through what you are saying on the videos. Says this: the government printing money out of thin air to make up for the deficits while I have to work for and budget every dollar I earn is what got me into stacking. But it still makes me wonder if the purchasing power has declined over 98% compared from a dollar bill to a $100 bill. Shouldn't the silver value of a piece of Morgan dollar be worth more than $100? Meaning that the spot price of silver should be almost $130 a day. You would make sense. Logistically, that would make sense based off of statistics. However, that's not how the markets work, and that's sadly, it's just like why depending on how you stack silver, it can be a big loser for you and a loser for inflation. It's not tit for tat. In other words, it's not the way the markets. There's so much emotion, and there's so much complexity in the markets. It's very, very tough. All right, let's see here. Make tea. All right, there you go, Mary. There you go. Some of the rarest and most beautiful gold and silver coins on Earth. And I think I toured the tour of the Money Museum in D.C. I think that's what that was from. So I'm glad you enjoyed that. Master Blaster chimes in with this. Michael K. Have a good evening, Michael K. Appreciate it. Gold's momentum has pushed it into overbought territory. And like many assets, such as a position, it is vulnerable to pullback. By weekends, prices slipped roughly 6%. Yes, that's right. That's right. It's kind of interesting to put it in perspective for sure. Oh, yeah. Let's see here. And let's see what we've got here. Ominous Rooster on this video here says the following. Let me get to this and make it effective. I watched the video twice because I wasn't able to pay attention the first time. Clogged sync. Oh, I hate when that happens. So here I am now thinking backspace my comment. It wasn't nice. All right, keep stacking. Well, thank you, Ominous Rooster. I appreciate that, my friend. It's always good, to watch through before you make a comment. And I appreciate you being studious and watching the through. And I'm sorry about your sync. Hopefully it got unclogged. Yes, indeed. All right, there you go. All right, yes, we're close to 300 likes, says Steve LaPointe. That's right. We're getting closer. We need 14 more likes. Thank you so much. Yes, indeed. That's right. Good observation. Go Boya Scott's Griffin. Summit Metals does follow Kitco. At least mostly they follow Kitco. And as you can see here, there's where it is, 3305.60, 3306.20. They're actually a little less than Kitco. This is wrong here, but I digress. This little part here is wrong. But yep, they are one of only 2 dealers that do this, and that's one of the things that has endeared me to supporting them, is because they actually post spot price. The other dealers do not. That is one of the biggest reasons why they have true spot deals. That's right. So if you go to those other bullion companies, you're not going to get a spot deal because they're posting futures prices, not actual spot price. So very good point. Exactly right. Thanks, Sal. GLD Num. Thank you. This is the video. You want to see something nasty? You want to see something crazy and violent? Smash and grab. Check out this video that I posted this afternoon. 2 important lessons about coin collecting every stacker should know. Hope you will check that out. Dennis Niemeyer, buy the dips. Thank you, Sal. Yes, indeed, we like to buy those dips. You are right. And we've got this from Thought Enforcement says this here. Let me do here. It says here, keep stacking no matter what. As history demonstrates, the USA is heading into depression, as are others. None of it is fault of President Trump. Printing money backed by nothing is our demise. Unlike anything ever seen with our great USA, the Democrats are accelerating it to cause an end as they continue implementing the playbook of Hitler. Read the quotes of Hitler and see for yourself. All right, well, I don't like to necessarily equate Hitler with a particular party or even an individual of any sort, but I do think that we are utilizing socialism a lot in this country, even to this day. But you're right; it's pretty bad. And both parties are to blame for a lot of that. I hate to say it, but really is the case. But thank you for your thoughts for sure. It is good to keep stacking no matter what. And we could be heading into some really rough times if we're not careful. Hakaluga, wish I could slurp a coffee with Sal. Oh, man. It's all right. I slurp in your honor and a toast to you, Hakalugi. Thank you so much. Oh, yeah. Let's see here. Don't you go looping any of those mercs, Sal. All right. I didn't pull out a loop for it. I just zoomed in on the camera with it. That's right. That's what it is. Zoomed in on that camera with those suckers. All right, let's see here. Yes, the old finger snippers. That's right, exactly. Gold, silver, junkie. That's exactly right. We've got this Master Blaster. What did Sal say to the gold spammer? Hey, you, get out of here. That's exactly right. I love it. That's awesome. All right, Ominous Rooster. I collect what is available and what my tube needs. My LCS has a high inflow and outflow, and sometimes the shelves are bare. Yes, I've seen that at some local coin shops as well too, in my area for sure. Yes, yeah, I like the gold backs. I got a set of the Florida ones now. They are beautiful, very very nice. But I don't stack the gold backs. I just hold them and kind of collect them because there's nowhere to really spend them. But they're really for spending than anything else. But they're nice. All right, very good. Good crowd. JVF is here. Welcome, JVF. Let's do this here and see what we can make happen up here. What did Sal say to the gold spammer? Hey, you get out of here. Okay, I thought we answered that. There we did. All right, very good. And Mike Logsdon, 1230, says this here. Says this. 5 pounds and 8 ounces is what $100 face value 90% weighs, minus the wear. You might have to add $1.50 more to get it to weight. Don't overlook 90%. It might come in handy one day. That's right. Exactly. That's what I like to look. That's why I like to handpick the Constitutional. I don't like them to get too worn out for sure. Yes, indeed. All right. Let's see here. You think you will hit 100K subs by July? Definitely not, Culture of Currency. I'd be lucky to get 100,000 subs by the end of this year. I'm on track to get it maybe by May or April of next year at my current growth rate. But this channel is a slow-growing channel, very slow-growing. For as much content as I produce and much time and effort I put into the channel, it is a struggle to grow. But I am growing, and I appreciate everybody for sure being here. And it means a lot to me, my dedicated subscribers. You guys are awesome, and viewers. So I appreciate you guys. But I would like to grow. I'm trying my best. I really don't know what else to do. try to grow faster. Deja Vu, what's the best reference guide for coin collecting? The Red Book is probably the most popular one, but would not use that for prices. That's retail prices. That gives you some semblance of value, but the Blue Book is really good for that, but it is a good reference guide for US coins, is a Red Book. There are world coin books as well too, a number of them, but yeah. Otherwise, I think online, numista.com is going to be the place. Numista.com. Kyle Smedley found the live thread. I've been reading. There's only 50,000 tons of known gold reserves in the ground at current extraction rates that would last 13 to 15 years. Have you heard this? No, I've not heard this. That's highly suspect. I think there's a lot more gold than that in the ground. We don't really know for sure, but I think that if that was something that could be all but provable, gold would probably be a whole lot more than it is right now. I just don't think that is the case. That's very good. Let's see here. The move more states have made, the market will come as people convert more physical money. Yes, I think so. Hopefully so. Yes, indeed. Thank you. All right, and thank you, Dennis Niemeyer. Appreciate that, my friend. All right, let's take a look at the markets now again, shall we? What are the markets doing now? Gold is now down $8.40 tonight to $3,311.90. Silver is down 9 cents, $33.10. Platinum is now up, the only metal in the green, $983. Palladium down 4. So there it is. All right. Okay. Well, thank you, Silver Shelby Stacker. Love you too. You guys are awesome. So platinum is the only metal that is in the green tonight, at least right now. All right, then. Master Blaster Sal was making me nervous cutting that holder open. Yes, indeed. Check it out. And if you know what he's talking about, check this video. 2 important lessons about coin collecting every stacker should know. And Master Blaster says, why was the gold miner depressed? He couldn't see the light at the end of the tunnel. That's right. And that would be pretty depressing for sure. Okay. All right, very good. Thank you, JVF. I appreciate that. And we've got here, crusty white bread. Don't take any wooden nickels. I will not. Although I wouldn't turn them down if somebody gave them to me. No strings attached. It's the ones that, when somebody puts a wooden nickel on a string and they have to make me chase it, that's when I get suspicious. Low down and dirty and just nasty. That's right, SW. It gets nasty in this video. Oh, yeah. Very rustic nasty. You'll see what I mean when you watch this video. Mr. Razive 310 says here, my favorite to stack are the Silver Eagles, highly liquid, great design, and legal tenor. That's exactly right. They're the most popular one. Here we go. 79 says, I would have left that coin in the slab. She says, I can't believe she said that. I can't believe it. 79, I thought for sure she would love this video, but it hasn't happened. She doesn't love it. She thinks I should leave it on the slab. Zardos, thank you, brother. Appreciate you, my friend. He's here tonight. Yes, indeed. Appreciate that for 14 months. Let's see here. Let's see. Very good. And let's see what we've got here. We've got John Power. I'm just a stacker. No graded coins for me. All right. There you go. And that's fine. John Power. I agree. And but my guess is probably there may be some coins you like the design of. And I tell you what, even pure stackers, they don't have to remove their stacker status if they collect certain bullion series, like the gods. Well, not say the gods of Olympus, although there are some better bullion price pieces with those. But the Queen's Beast series or the Tudor's Beast, those are essentially bullion coins, and you can collect them. Well, guess what? If you do that, and I should have mentioned that in the video, but if you do that, then boom, you're partially a collector as well. You're what is it? Yankee calls them stack collectors or collector stacker. I don't know who coined that phrase, pun intended, but anyways. Jim Winklebauer, I love that name, Winklebauer. That's pretty cool. Yeah, Jim says here, was impressed with how difficult it is to bust a slab open. Yeah, that is one good thing I will say about that. Now I have to see what my dealer has in platinum. It sure is pretty. It is kind of a pretty metal. I like it. I do like it. I like it indeed. All right, let's see here. Willow 2365. I think there's enough silver to be coined money once again, back to the gold and silver standard. Yes, indeed. I like the idea of a bimetallic standard. I really do. Although I think we should at least have a gold standard, but if in order to have a bimetallic standard, that would mean that gold and silver would probably need to circulate again. And I think we're very, very far away from that. Silver Honda has a dilemma. He could not watch this video because Mrs. Silver Honda is requesting his services, and we're getting down and dirty. All right. Well, I can't blame him. I would forego any of my videos for the lovely Silver Honda too. Bill Arrington is here. My name is Stat Collector on Whatnot. Oh, very cool. Nice. Very, very cool. Nice. Let's see here. THS is here. Welcome. And Jay McGuire says this. Let me get over to this. Jay McGuire, I have done the same thing with an MS69, a 1 ounce platinum eagle after getting Sal's blessing in the past. There's nothing like freeing the beast. It's perfect, fits perfectly in US Mint AGE capsule. That's right. And I want to get an AGE capsule. I can't find one. So, yes, indeed. But, yep. So, Jay McGuire saw that I was consistent with my advice on that. Mike Metals, with all the push-ups you do, you should have cracked that thing out with your bare hands. Oh, man. I know. People say for sure. Thank you. All right. Gary Croft says this. Here, the following. Since it wasn't you that paid for the grading, I would have left it in there. Now a buyer won't know if it's genuine or a Temu copy. Well, Gary Croft, I appreciate that, but you know, there is that aspect of it being authenticated, and there is the authentication factor that certainly is valuable to keep it in. But you know what? I don't care. I think that if you have a tester and they feel the weight of platinum and that weight of that coin alone, the density of it pretty much speaks for itself. All right, have a good night, CCT. Thank you so much for being here tonight. I appreciate you, sir. You are awesome. All right. All right. Very, very good. Let's see here. All right, and we've got Silverista says, any chance you might share where you picked up that coin holder that you put your platinum in? Well, a local coin shop. Local coin shop had them there, and where I bought the coin from, and I paid $1.50 for it. Yes, indeed, and that's where I got that thing. You can get them at airtights.com, and I like more direct fit, like comfort fit, like it hugs the whole coin. I don't like the extra plastic on the outside, but I didn't have any one of those. All right, very good. Signor Vapore, thank you so much. Yes, gold to silver ratio is high, but it's probably not out of the new normal, too far out of the new normal. But I think it's a little bit unusually high, a little bit higher than it should be. But I think we have to come to the grips of reality that the gold silver ratio is going to be higher for more often. Yes, indeed. So there it is. Very good. Let's see here. Okay. Where are we at? Sovereign Cajun says here, as a silver and gold stacker, if you tend to buy a lot of coins, you should pick up a red book, especially if you buy junk, silver, and bags at a time. If it's not a good price guide, but very good for mintage numbers and coin information. And it sure is. Exactly, it sure is that. Donald Tharp, dimes are good for barter in hard times. 14 dimes equals 1 ounce of silver, and acts as the oldest of the three. That's right. I forget when they formed, but yeah, they've been around a long time. I think since the 70s, if I'm not mistaken, which really says something because they kind of adopted that Sheldon scale of coin grading, that 1 to 70 scale, which really is antiquated, and now You know, it's ironic because NGC moved away from that, but NGC uses a 10-point scale based off of the Sheldon scale. It's just the same thing under a different label. What's the best way you can describe socialism as an economic model? What does it look like? Only asking because China is self-described as socialism with Chinese characteristics. Any thoughts? Well, the socialism is a broad term, really, but essentially it means that the government owns either the means of production, which essentially they kind of regulate it to such a point where, they basically, the companies would not exist without them based off their ownership model. It's just overregulation, and it has that, it's really what that points out is just overly regulation, and essentially they work with businesses where they essentially, that's the problem is businesses and government getting together. And when you have that kind of thing happen, whether it be on the left or right, it's never really a good thing for society. And of course, China has embraced some elements of capitalism as well. That's part of the reason why when Nixon went there in '72, he opened it up. And this is why we're at where we are at today with China, because of the tariff situation. And so it's really, there's an imbalance there on so many different levels. But that's a nuanced discussion as well, too, because obviously we have great demand for cheap products from China. And a lot of that stuff is the means of production is controlled by the socialist, the Socialist Party of China, and so there's that. And so I think it's a bad thing. And communism as well too. Socialism ends up turning into communism, and none of it has ever really fully worked. It's all failed wherever it's tried. Socialism is a failed. Every time it's been tried and implemented to the purest of form, it's ended up failing. At the very best, it's stagnated, and we've seen that. Very good. Let's see here. All right, let's see here. I've never heard of BYD, dominating electric vehicle markets abroad. I never heard of it. Well, and it's like, look at this new that AI that came out of China recently, and people thought, well, they were able to make this AI for a whole lot cheaper. They were to make this AI for a whole lot cheaper and so much faster. But the thing is people don't realize that where did they get the chips? They brought them illegally into China, and the Chinese markets, they steal stuff. It's crazy. And so we found that out, that they were utilizing these chips. And of course, keep in mind, in many cases, as Kevin O'Leary mentions, the Chinese have stolen a lot of the stuff that was made in America. And it's crazy. So yeah, it's bad news. All right, bad news all around. So I don't know. I've never heard of this electric vehicle company, but the thing is, look at the Volkswagen. Look at the Volkswagen. Hitler promised one in every driveway. But anyways, Elliot Scott says here, with that laugh, he should have counted the bars like the Count from Sesame Street first. Yes, indeed. I like that idea. DL Stacker, got some loose silver grams. Would you melt them for me? I don't have the stuff to do it. Would make a fun video, and it would be an honor to have a pour made by you. I'm not a very good silver pourer. You might want to send that to one of the channels that does that more often. And by the way, this silver grams are probably very difficult. If you have just a few of them, to really make that happen. But contact T the Silver Stacker has really gotten into that. You might want to check that out. Have a good night, Duke Nukem. Thanks for popping in tonight. All right, let's see here. Maria. All right, so I lost a screw in my secateur, so I know I'm going to have to get a new one. How did you know? I noticed you have one or two of my coins. All right, awesome. Very cool. Thank you, Maria. And Bill Arrington, let's do this, and then we're going to check out the markets, see what they're saying. I was a collector before a stacker. I've also cracked open slabs before. Even now, when I buy 90%, I look to see I need my albums first. If I already have it, then it goes to a tube for my stack. It keeps it fun for me anyway. There you go. And there is the fun factor, and that's why if you're gonna stack and just get a one type forever and a day, it's not very fun. It's not very exciting. Let's see here. Very good. It's not very fun. So you have a little bit of fun from time to time. So here's where the markets are right now. Gold is down $12.70 to $3,307.60. Silver is now down 11 cents to $33.05. It is getting closer to that really strong support, or that support level. Well, not really strong. It's not so strong, especially if it falls through. It's building strength, but there's still a chance that it could break through back below that, below support. So we'll see what happens. All right. All right, let's see here. Willa says, those plastic holders mean very little to me. All right, yep, I hear you, brother. And the authentication factor is a plus, and I can understand some who disagree with me because of that, for breaking it open, but I digress. One of many says here, I think that the greater coins will be some of the coins allowed to keep. The others will have to be turned in by law, and only a licensed coin collector will be allowed to keep them. The same with U.S. mint sets. Well, I'm not sure exactly what you mean by that. No government's getting my coins, that's for sure. I'm not going to be turning them in, no matter what, graded or ungraded. Richard Metcalf is here. Good to see you. All right, let's see here. We've got the RM1042. Says this here. Says the following. As a coin collector who became a stacker, I have to disagree. Coins are worth what they're worth. Gold and silver are dictated by the market. Key date coins don't have this problem, or any premium to boot. No, I hear you, RM1042. I agree with you for the non-precious metal coins and for some gold and silver coins. There's very strong numismatic value played in for many coins out there. But for lower priced collectible coins, the spot price is overtaking, especially for gold coins, the collector value. That's why I was able to get a St. Gaun's for spot. It's crazy. But it's not for everything. So, and I should have made that more clear, RM1042. So you make a good point there. All right. And we've got Michael K says, never too old to learn or to rock and roll if you're too young to die. Jethro Tull. There you go. Exactly. Amen, brother. Amen on that. Lovely Jubilee. I hate the PCGS slabs. They look so cheap. Well done, Sal, for cutting off the BS. Thank you so much, my friend. Dove Season. We love Dove Season. I don't know if he's still here with us tonight, but thank you. Dove Season says, life was so much easier when I was just a stacker before the collector disease infected me. Yes, I know. I hear you. That's for sure. You're right about that, Dove Season. All right. Let's see here. Almost done with this coffee. I'm getting down to the bottom here. Let's see. Bill Arrington. I don't know if I would dip that. There's a little bit of collectability to it. I know you don't like the toning. You might try, although I would even be very reluctant to do that, is the baking soda tinfoil solution and boiling water on that. It may still cause problems with the surface. I don't know that I would do that either. Get it looked at by your local coin shop. See if they would give you anything more than above spot, and see about that. Otherwise, I wouldn't do that. Michael K. Love the Aztec Angel Michael Slang Satan coin. Thank you, my friend. I have a similar design on other coins. Yes. Awesome, my friend. Thank you. Maria says this here. Twist and Shout 2009. Great song. The coins I like are the ones with no blemish at all. I kind of like the pure coin with no blemishes either. There's some coins I don't mind some toning, but I'm with you on that, Maria. I was so impressed with my Canadian coin 2017. Absolutely not a hairline mark. Perfect condition. What kind of coin is it, Maria? I would love to know what that coin is. And let's see here. North GA Prepper, there's no point in taking the coin out of the graded slab. If you ever sell it, the grading would give you a higher price. Actually, no, North GA Prepper, it would not. It didn't in this case. It did not in this case, and I don't think it would in any other case in anybody else. I think the whole point of the video, me cutting out, is precisely because I bought that coin for what I could buy an uncirculated eagle for. In fact, most of the uncirculated eagles, business strike eagles, are going for even higher. I mean, it's crazy. I think I paid $1,025 for that coin. And so, yeah, the grading would not give me a higher price. 69, as I mentioned in the video, the 69s are not doing anything in the market. Some of the 70s aren't doing anything in the market. It's just not true. Sorry. All right. Hello, Goldie family. Good to see you. Let's see here. C. Fib says, when I started stacking gold, I would just buy whatever bullion coin I could find at the lowest ever spot and melt, and never even consider pre-33 gold. Over the past year, though, that's practically all I buy anymore since I've been finding them at melt very frequently. Now $10 Liberty Eagles are the coin I have the most of, and they're more fun to stack than modern-day coins. Yep, good job. Great finds in those. They are nice. I've grown a more affinity for the pre-33 stuff, and I've bought more of it. I never thought I would do it either. But yes, indeed. Jason Ivey is here. Thank you so much, Jason, for watching the video earlier. Appreciate that so much. And for popping in here tonight. John McFarland says here, oh yeah, that reminds me of AI studied the moon landing and decided it was fake too. All right. Yeah, so you got to be careful with it for sure. Look at all perspective and fact check everything, including AI. Carrie Tarrant, why Sal, why? That was crazy. I want you to do my shopping for collector coins. All right. Yes, indeed. Well, the point of it is that modern coin grading, other than the authentication, really is pointless and useless. It really is. All right. Thank you so much, Gone Marbles. Have we reached 400 thumbs up yet, or 7,000? Have we got the 7,000 thumbs up yet? Somebody let me know. Are we at the 7,000? We should be by now. Oh, yeah. Happy memories. There you go. Collect those happy memories. Yes, indeed. Grading modern junk silver is like grading a Beanie Baby. Exactly. All those Mercury dimes makes me want to buy more. Yeah, I love the Mercury. You can't go wrong with Mercury dimes. No question about that. Let's refresh this and see what's happening here. Look at this, folks. Gold is taking a little bit bigger hit. All right, we're at 341. Man, I was hoping we'd get at least 7,000 tonight. We're slightly away from that. We're just a little bit shy of 7,000 thumbs up right now. All right, let's see here. But thank you, guys. So we're at $19.40 down now for gold. Just right above $3,300 an ounce. 3,390 cents right now. Silver has now broken through support. Well, what I call hopeful, wishful thinking support of $33. It is now $32.97. Have a good night, Bill. Appreciate you being here tonight. Sleep well. Appreciate it. I'll have enjoyed dinner first, but anyways. Silver is now down over half a percentage point, down 19 cents in the ask price. It is down to $32.97. There it is tonight. It is broken through. It is a bad night for silver. Well, it's not terribly bad. I mean, it's not a massive, but it's down 20 cents right now. $32.96 is where silver's sitting right at this point in time. While platinum was up earlier, was up $1. Now it's down $1 to $9.81, and palladium is down $8 to $9.62 an ounce. There it is. Crazy, crazy. 33.02 now, 17.90, and the ask price is 3,370 cents. So yes, indeed, it's crazy. Crazy. All right. Let's get over here, see what we've got with some other. We don't have a whole lot more to do because not a lot of people watched. Why did you change the as we explore to let's explore? Oh man, well, got to change it up. The explore is the key word here. Explore is the key word here. F37 Metal says, fantastic video and great info. I do much the same thing myself. Newer grading, it's not going to matter after gold and silver break the $40 mark, but anything from the 1800s and older should be worth much, much more. Yes. You'd be surprised, though. You'd be really surprised at some of that stuff. Hey, it's me. Would you recommend buying matching silver bars or whatever is available for new stackers? Yeah, really, there's two things to consider. Number one, how liquid is it? In other words, what are the chances of it being questioned as being legitimate or not? Or recognize brand name stuff. And by the way, generic silver can still be brand named bars and what have you. The other thing is, do you like it? Do you enjoy what you're buying? I think that is something that should be considered in some of this as well. But liquidity and that is a big factor there. All right. You guys are great. Thanks for being here tonight as we peruse our way through this broadcast. All right, Eclair Trio. That was a very satisfying crack sound. Enjoyed it immensely. Well, thank you. Glad you enjoyed that, and I appreciate you watching. This channel is an echo chamber. It says Static Collapse, which is the guy who changed his name to some foreign name who was in here. I wish he would change his name back to Static Collapse, but I can see it here, Static Collapse. Well, he was in here tonight. I don't know if he's still here, but he should know now that this is not an echo chamber, as I have responded to many comments who disagree with me. It's just, there's a way to be respectful. There's a way to disagree and be without being disagreeable. You know what I'm saying? I like the flow of ideas, a free flow of ideas. I love being challenged, and so I think now we've proven that to be the case, and hopefully he now sees that and will change his viewpoint on that. Abraham Lincoln, it's a good idea to sell gold. Is it a good idea to sell gold for weed? No, never a good idea to sell gold for drugs. Drugs are a waste. Gold is never a waste, for sure. Elliot Scott, you should have repeated his comment. All right. Let's see here. All right. We've got oh no, it says Luvener did not like it. Some people did not like me cracking that out. A little controversial, getting into the nasty here, for sure. All right, very good. Let's see here. Sound money, social capitalist. You never notice that no one ever raises the possibility of silver confiscation. That should tell you something. Yeah, it's highly unlikely at this point in time that it's going to happen. And by the way, even last time, a lot of people sent a lot of their gold to Europe. That's why there was an influx of gold. Last time the price went up, and that's one of the reasons why it's gone in. You have not heard of BYD. I don't think, I would venture to guess that probably most people here have never heard of BYD. All right. Let's see here. Well, yeah. Well, you should know and you should see that it's not an echo chamber. Not an echo chamber. And by the way, ask some of my true leftist progressive friends that come here like Dan W. About how much I appreciate them and their points of view. I may disagree with them, but they're respectful and they're free to post their thoughts here, And so this is not an echo chamber by any stretch. All right, Rick's Talented Tongue. Gold finished last Friday at 3,300 yet the following Monday at 3,323, and it is credited as being up 24.50. How does that make any sense? I noticed when it opens the pre-market, it often says it's starting in the plus, but it's actually less than the last session. Why? Well, you might be looking at the futures price, and I pay very little attention to the futures price because I don't know what the heck that's referring to, how far down that's going to be settled. Because as far as when I buy precious metals, I base it off a spot price, which is why I like dealers who report the actual spot price. So I really don't know, getting into the nuance and whatever there, but I can tell you that right now when you posted that comment, the markets were open and gold is down. It's down even more tonight. It is just barely above $3,300 an ounce. Silver is down 20 cents, $32.96. So it's below the $33 mark. 20 cents for silver, $20 for gold. Almost about the same pace right now. Platinum and palladium down as well. Palladium down $8. Platinum down $1. Thank you, DD Prepper, for watching this video. And And Brian McDaniels, 3 thumbs up. Very cool. Awesome, awesome. And Anonymous Stacker, nasty. I see your point, Sal. Grading modern bullion coins is pointless. Break it out of the plastic. Yes, indeed. And by the way, I still have some 69s for some coins in the holders, but not very many of them. Jason Ivy, can you explain if you already haven't paper silver market? I don't understand how they sell silver futures or silver they don't have. Yeah, it's a derivative market. It is crazy. There's between 380 and 400 paper silver versions in the overall expanse of the markets, the precious metal markets. That's one of the reasons why the price is a little bit lower. When it first started with the SLV in 2005, 2006, it actually amped up the price of silver, much as the case which is happening now with Bitcoin with the ETFs. But essentially the futures, it's betting. It's a big gamble. That's why when people short silver, they're betting on, they're borrowing silver to which they would have to pay or make money on what the price is going to be down in the future. It's crazy. It's insane. I don't understand it. I don't get it either. I stay away from that market. I think it's crazy. In fact, I really don't buy ETF. I've never bought an ETF in my life. I don't fault people for buying ETFs, but I think that's really not buying silver. It's exposure to silver's price. That's it. Stacking Surfer is here. Welcome, sir. Good to see you. 1985, not 1995. Oh yeah. That's right. Is that 1985? I have to look in. Thank you. I must have got that wrong. Thank you for the correction on that. DD Prepper. Wow. When you said nasty, you meant it. That's right. Exactly. We got nasty in this video. To find out what I mean, check out my most recent video I just posted if you're in here in this chat right now. All right. We've got Wicked Sticky Flowers. I got hit with counterfeit too much. I'll only buy from Summit, Alpine, JM, APMEX. I think no more eBay. No more what I got. Loved it. Still got scammed 10 times. Well, I'm sorry about that, my friend. Do you have a video on best-selling options? That I plan on, but if I need to sell, how much do I need to wait? I think I have done some videos. If you go to my channel and type in sell, let's see what pops up. I know I've done some videos, I think, on selling. Not many, though. Selling. Okay, let's see here. No. How to sell your silver in 30 years. That's kind of an interesting video from a while ago. Let's just do a sell. How to sell your silver in 30 years. Do not sell your silver and gold unless. It's time to sell your silver. Okay, here we go. From 5 years ago. You can check that video out. Do this to sell your silver. Premium coins and rounds from a year ago. So, yeah, just check it out. How to sell your silver in 2024. What you need to know. There you go. Just type in how to sell and this video will pop up. Check that video out from 11 months ago. So, yeah, there's ways to do it. I've done a lot of videos. In fact, I've got, how many videos do I have? 7.9 thousand, almost 8,000 videos. All right, let's see here. Okay. Now we're near the bottom. Maria says this. Remember, collectors will pay for what they are looking for if it meets their standard. People who are as desperate will sell their coins because it's a toss-up between homeowners or sell. Not all of us are in the same situation, thankfully. What they sell, we collect. That's right, exactly. Good point. Everybody has a different circumstance and situation for sure. You're exactly right about that. And by the way, buying collectible coins is not really so much about the cost or what you're going to be able to sell it for. It's about the enjoyment factor, the enjoyment of having something in your collection that's unique and different. And, oh, thank you, Jay Monlease has posted a link to that video as well. Thank you, sir. Slab Coin Burlesque. Nice. Yes, indeed. Appreciate that, sir. Great watch. Keep on collecting. Thank you, Johnny Stacker. Appreciate that, sir. Very kind of you indeed. All right, and Jeff Shaw says, wow, that was brutal when you did that to that holder. Yes, we had some fun. All right, so, yeah, I forget the other name, Static Collector or Static, I I can't pronounce this name. I'd encourage you to check out BYD video reviews. Oh, I'm sure they're great. But the thing is Chinese innovation, it's probably a company built up by the Chinese government, the CCP, and probably have eked out their competition. How many Uyghur automakers are out there? Uyghurs, look at their economy, how they run their economy, and the Chinese Communist Party. Think about that. They control everything. Likely, BYD is a Chinese-owned company, and so they're the only game in town, and they're producing using capitalistic principles. But my guess is probably, I don't know how the car is. I don't know what I don't know how reliable it is. But nonetheless, Tesla's best-selling car in America right now, and it's pretty amazing. I'm not a big electric vehicle guy, by the way. Not there yet on electric vehicles, but nonetheless, free market is really what's going to be or what's going to do it. But I'm very suspicious of a Chinese company like that. And look at innovation. Look at the ghost cities in China. Look at all these huge skyscrapers. I'm a big fan of skyscrapers, and I love some of the skyscrapers built in China. But how many people are filling those up? Look at all the infrastructure stuff they put up there for looks. I mean, look what they did for the Olympics. Look what they've done. All this stuff. It's crazy. But it just makes you wonder. And but yeah. All right, let's see here. Note to self, don't let Sal crack any CGC comics out of their slabs. Yes, indeed. I will not do that. That would not be good, would it? I like that. That's good. Or currency, right? The currency grading companies for sure. All right, folks, we've caught up with everything. Let's take a look at the markets here. We're running a little bit over time here because we've got Rocky Superstar streaming right now. But gold down $11.80 to $3,308.50. Silver is now down 17 cents, just barely below $33 an ounce. Platinum is flatlined again, and palladium is down 6. All right, very good. Well, thank you guys. Well, I appreciate you being here tonight. Appreciate each and every one of you. Hope you all have a wonderful evening. We're going to be back here on Tuesday night. You're not going to want to miss that. And if you get a chance, after you check out Rocky Superstar's live stream, come back and check out the 2 videos I posted today. A good talk on that I had on inflation, as well as the video about what collectors need to know about what stackers need to know about collecting coins. Pretty cool stuff. All right, you guys are awesome. Thank you. Have a wonderful evening. I'm going to leave you with this sage piece of advice, and that is to keep your feet on the stars and keep reading.